Alright guys, it's Wednesday, it's a short day, so I'm going to try to make a really short video, just explaining what we're working on, and then tomorrow we'll have some more information about pretty much the same topic. Okay, so we're kind of building on what we did yesterday, but today we're going to divide a whole number by a decimal, so our dividend and our divisor is going to switch places. So I'm going to use two examples from Guided Practice. The first example I'm going to use is number 1, and we're going to do 426 divided by 6/10. And the first thing I want to do is I want to rewrite this into the standard algorithm. And I'm going to do 6/10, 426. Okay, so the first thing, my first goal is to get rid of the decimal and the divisor. Okay? This right here is my divisor. I want to get rid of this decimal. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to move it one place to the right. And that's going to be my new decimal point right there. So 6/10 is going to become 6. And if I move it one place to the right in my divisor, what do you think I need to do in my dividend? We're going to move it one place to the right in my dividend, okay? So I'm going to have to add in 0 to do that, right? So instead of, there's an imaginary decimal right here, right? So I'm going to add a 0, and then it goes to right here. You see how we moved the place? We moved it like this. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's all we do. We want to get rid of the decimal out of our divisor, so we move the decimal in our dividend, okay? The dividend is what we're dividing up. The divisor is what we're dividing by. That's how we can remember that, okay? Once we get to this point, we just put our decimal point here, and we leave that there. I don't know if we'll need that decimal or not. So then we just start working out our problem. Does 6 go into 4? No. Does 6 go into 42?
Yes.
Yes. How many times? 7 times. 7 times 6? 42. So I have 0 left. Guys, it is so important. Like, I cannot stress it enough that you line up your place values. All day yesterday, me and Miss Russell were checking work, and there was no place values lined up. And everybody was making mistakes because they would move up the decimal point, but they wouldn't line up their place values, okay? So then we move on. We got to bring down the 6, right? Does 6 go into 6? One time. Minus 6, 0. Then we bring down the 0. Does 6 go into 0? How many times does it go in there?
0.
So we need to do what? We got to bring up the 0, right? So what is our final answer? 710. Okay? Is that pretty simple, guys?
Yes.
Alright, so now I'm going to do number 2 from Guided Practice. But I'm going to do it a little bit different. Because the directions for number 2 and number 1, but I wanted to show you how to solve the problem. The directions are find a power of 10 that will make a divisor a whole number and write the equivalent problem. So remember when we were multiplying by powers of 10, 10 to the first power, 10 to the second power, and we were moving decimal points? What would I have to multiply the divisor by? What power of 10 to make it a whole number? Go ahead, Antonella.
1,000.
Not 1,000. We need the power of 10. Go ahead, Nick.
10 to the power of 2.
10 to the second power. Okay? And if I multiplied my divisor by 10 to the second power, what would my dividend end up being? Go ahead, Aaliyah.
21,600.
21,600. And I would be dividing that by 3. Does everybody see that? Basically, the power of 10s are just telling us how many zeros we need to add to a project, okay? Are we good right there?
Yeah.
All right. Guided practice. Let's do 3 through 6. Page 166. Okay. And then your independent practice, if I can get a hold of this, I'm sorry, would be page 166, 167, 15 through 32. Let's just see how far you get with that today, okay? All right, guys, have a great day.